Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera has appealed to the international, or rather, community to render its support in the investigations of the plane crash that claimed the lives of the vice president and 8 others on Monday. Chakwera made this appeal on Thursday morning when he met with over 20 heads of missions and international agencies at Kamazu Palace in Malawi. Meanwhile, with only 5 days left for the president to appoint a new vice president as mandated by the law, the clock is ticking and the nation eagerly awaits this crucial decision. Political analysts also say this will be crucial for the political landscape in Malawi. And now to discuss this further, I'm joined by political scientist Wonderful Huncha, who joins from Zomba in Malawi. Wonderful. Many thanks for joining me today. Let's get started because we're pressed for time. The president appeals to the international community to help probe the crash, the crash that claimed the vice president's lives, amongst others. Does he suspect any foul play here if he's asking for help? Is it just a procedure for closure for the family and Malawans in general, or does he suspect there's a foul play?
Thank you for having me. The president or the government does not suspect any foul play, even though some sectors of the public questioning the circumstances around the crash. So the government simply has to do the investigations because it's the procedure, and also is going to give closure both to the family and also the general public that is suspecting that certain circumstances are not adding up to the crash.
Now, the president also described the late vice president as a distinctive man of honor. In your own words, how would you describe the late VP and what kind of legacy has he left behind for the people of Malawi?
The late Vice President Saulos Chilima was a man of vision. He had political clarity that was missing in the Malawian political scene. He was always talking about hope, telling Malawians that they have to believe that the future is going to be good, and he is going to take the leading role in creating that kind of future. So with his demise, that's the absence that it has created in the political scene in Malawi. He was a man who had a vision, and he had good intentions. That is why most people are worried that he is gone.
And now, with his, demise, it's now a complete political dynamic that's now at play. And let's talk about that for a bit, right? The president is supposed to appoint a new vice president within 7 days, and also the late vice president was supposed to contest against Chakwera, the current president, in the upcoming elections. Now, do you think his death is going to change the political landscape of Malawi when it comes to the upcoming elections, plus an appointment of a new vice president?
Yes, the death of Dr. Chilima will completely change the political landscape in the country. For now, the major two competing parties are the ruling Malawi Congress Party and also the opposition Democratic Progressive Party. And Dr. Chilima was the answer as to who was going to win the next election. So whichever way he was going to go, that is where most people would have likely gone and vote for that candidate. So because he's now out of the scene, it has created that void that people no longer have a political direction as far as the next elections are concerned. And again, he was in an alliance government with the President Chakwera. As the president is going to choose the next vice president, that's the big decision on him. Because if he chooses someone from UTM, which was Dr. Chakwera's party, it is going to consolidate the alliance. If he chooses someone from his own party, then that is going to divide the alliance. And these decisions are going to have huge implications in the next year's elections.
Now, we're pressed for time here, wonderful, but do you have names? Do you, who are likely, who are the names that are likely coming up for an appointment or to take up the mantle of vice president?
When it comes to the UTM party, the name that is coming out is Dr. Michael Usi, who was the vice president of the party. So if the president is looking for someone inside UTM, then it should be Dr. Usi. When it comes to inside MCP, there are names of Gotani, who is the Speaker of Malawi Parliament. So we don't know which direction the president is going to go.
Well, very interesting times ahead, especially for the political scenes in Malawi. But again, our hearts go out to the people of Malawi and the family of the vice president and the 8 others that have died. Many thanks again. Wonderful for doing this with us.